Hello, my name is Amos Tarfa, and in this video, I want to talk to you about the 4 p.m. program in Nigeria, and in America, it will be 9 a.m. Central or 10 a.m. Eastern. Every Saturday, I meet with educators from 3 to 4, and I talk to them about the state of education. I talk to them about the fact that the AI revolution requires a new education paradigm. You can't take AI and put it on the old system. That doesn't work because AI was trained on the internet. So modern education is completely obsolete at this point. What we need is, well, first of all, there's a model of education called classical education. That is something we infuse into all our work. Within classical education, we want students, within the tradition I use here, we want students to read the original works, to learn for the sake of, like, the beauty. There's beauty in mathematics, for example. You shouldn't be learning just to pass a test. So we have to rethink what we're doing in education. Like parents and educators, can we just be honest with ourselves and say that if knowledge delivery is the goal, then education is expired? If knowledge delivery is the goal, if it's just about here's the knowledge, or not just knowledge delivery, but knowledge delivery and regurgitation, if that's the goal, then nobody should go to school anymore, if that's the goal. But is that the goal for school? Then some people say, oh, but what about the emotional and the social aspect? We need to decouple that. Okay, we need to stop talking about going to school for the sake of socialization. Socialization should happen in whatever setting it needs to happen. And it can happen in other settings. So this idea of going to school for the social side needs to stop. Okay, anyways, am I saying people shouldn't have friends in school and go to school? No, what I'm saying is we need to uncouple all these aspects of school. And now let's bring the aspect of learning. When it comes to learning, a lot of schools are literally obsolete. Because if you're telling your students what is the capital of this and what is photosynthesis, and that's all you expect from them, well, they could just keep putting it in Google and getting all the answers. I did a webinar and I went through all of this. You can find it on our YouTube channel in the link in the description. But my point is, we have to rethink what we're doing in education. And the idea then becomes, if we're rethinking education, how do we equip young people into the next phase of life? That leads me to the next meeting, which is what I started this conversation with, the 4 o'clock meeting. In Nigeria, 4 o'clock Nigerian time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. The point of the meeting is we want to basically provide everyone with information about going to school in America, in Japan, in Singapore, in Hong Kong, in India, in the UK, wherever you need to go to get the education you need to flourish at the level you need to flourish. Now, part of the problem, I think, is that the infrastructure is so broken in certain countries that you have to leave to get that education in a certain field you might be interested in. I believe Africa will rise. I really do. And I know so many people in Africa and Nigeria are trying to go to other countries to study. But I think that Africa's future now officially depends on the youth. Because the youth have the tools to learn AI and the AI revolution and the global collaboration and the jobs they can get globally. The youth, Africa, we need you. We need you. Please go learn a skill and start earning money now, please. Because when I was your age at 17, 18, 19, there were no jobs globally that I could apply to. There was no internet that was reliable. Okay, you have the internet. Okay, before I go on, some people are like, well, we don't have the internet. Let's pause there. Sorry. Let's take two. We need to produce a system that provides a massive level of internet deployment across Africa now. But we also need electricity. So we need a massive deployment of solar power now. But we also need other aspects. Well, we need to all put our minds together. Let's turn off that football game, everybody, and let's answer the question. How can we get electricity and internet to every community now? That's what we need to do. You know, I'm amazed by some of the inventors in the world today, some of them trying to go to Mars, rockets, space tourism, And some of them are from Africa, grew up in Africa, by the way. Let's just say that. Let's just say that for a second. But here's the thing. We want to provide you with education outside Nigeria. But we also need to make sure that you are using your opportunities now to the max. Whether you become a virtual assistant where you work for somebody in another country, setting up meetings and things like that. Whether you work on AI app development. Imagine you build an app and somebody buys it for $1 billion. Do you know what that can do for your state in Nigeria? Like, of course, you can do what you want with your money. But my point is, imagine if you had $1 billion. What would you do with it? Imagine if we have an 18-year-old right now in Nigeria who builds something and it's bought out for $1 billion in America. That's very possible. Imagine what you can do. Start thinking about that, by the way. And as this is not a prosperity gospel message of saying, no, my point in that is, what can you build to solve someone's problem? And then use some of those funds, of course, to take care of you and your family. Imagine you take your parents now and just go and build them a house wherever they want. And then you pour it into the community. You build a school. We'll provide you curriculum, by the way. We have curriculum for your school. If you build a school, we won't charge you too much. Not too much. No. Just 20 million. Just 20 million. But my point is, if you sell your app for $1 billion, you will transform your village. You will transform your community. But be wise with the money. You'll be wise. Okay, back to the point of this video. I'm sorry this video went longer. I want to now open my schedule for the next 4 weeks. Every Saturday, I will take an hour and I will answer questions about U.S. admissions. I will invite U.S. admissions officers to these calls. We'll have universities from Indiana. We'll have universities from Texas. We'll have universities from Wisconsin. We're going to start having universities. They will come. They will talk. You guys will ask them questions. So plan on that, okay? I'm going to delegate this to a team within our gap year program. So our gap students, please, let's go ahead and activate our webinar strategy. And we're going to start doing webinars every Saturday until December. Let's stop around December 1st, however many. So let's do it on November 8th, 15th, 22nd, 29th. Let's do it for all of November. U.S. admissions pathway. But also other countries. We have people in Singapore. We have people connected to Japan. We have people connected to South Korea. We can connect you to other countries. And then, of course, Dr. Obaka is in Jos with his team in Giva. We'll all be talking. But my point is, get ready. Get ready. Now, I mentioned Giva not because I mentioned them not because they are saying they are committing to the 4 weeks. We are committing to the 4 weeks, but we want to connect you to Giva. So if you don't know Giva Nigeria, reach out. AmosTheMathGuy@gmail.com. AmosTheMathGuy@gmail.com. Or go online and type in Giva, Gieva, Giva. You should be connected to Giva and see what Giva has happening. So stay tuned for more information. But every Saturday from 4 to 5 Nigerian time, let's talk about U.S. admissions. Let's talk about career preparation. Let's talk about global mentorships. Let's talk about entrepreneurship. Let's talk about life. Welcome to Life Academy Preparation for University. This is Amos Tarfa. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and let's go change Africa. Let's change the story for everybody. Let's change the story. And the way we do that is the youth. The youth. Take care and God bless.